I think we're live. I think we are. Hey everyone, this is Piper. Chewing on a thermometer because that's how we roll on a Tuesday night. Oh, Vincent wants to. Vinny wants to game on. Game on, Vinny. Game on. Let's get to some of your YouTube questions. It's gonna be a quick one. Quick one. Let's see. Galactic Joey with an awesome name says a more civilized age would be the best Christmas. A weekly more civilized age show would be the best Christmas present ever. I love that show. I love that show too. I think it's an awesome show. So yeah, I'd love to do more. But right now it's monthly, or we're going back to monthly. Even though the last one was a lot of fun. The ones I did this month were a lot of fun. Whole lot of fun. Let's see. Igor says, Matt, what is your opinion about the present rumors of Kathleen Kennedy being fired and replaced by the likes of Kevin Feige? Fine. I don't know how his name is. Anyway, and Jon Favreau. Will that help our struggle? I don't think so. By the way, it's a rumor. Kathleen Kennedy being fired has been a rumor for 4 years now. So I don't believe in rumors, but if it happens and she does get replaced by Kevin Feige, would probably be the most likely replacement. Just because Jon Favreau has a show doesn't mean he would run a company. I don't think it would. Even though The Mandalorian, a lot of people love it. So I don't know. And would it be better? No, I think they just need to know that there's a lot of people out there who want more expanded universe, and they're going to see that when the billboard pops up. Jedi Acolyte, with the Star Wars holiday season being chiefly about family, what is your favorite family in Star Wars? I guess the Solo family, right? That's really the only big family that we ever get to read and grow up with, those kids. So I guess it'd be the Solo family. And with you talking about the Disney Plus soon, do you think Disney would ever put Peter Pan and the Pirates on Disney Plus? Did you want to answer that one? Okay. Now they own Fox. I don't know what Peter Pan and the Pirates are, so I don't know. Excuse me. We talk about it a little bit on the podcast coming out next Monday. I think, why don't they have all the Fox stuff? I mean, they have The Simpsons on there, but why don't they have more? Well, of course, they got to bring out new stuff, and so they're probably going to rotate through their immense library that they have and put more stuff out. I know my wife was upset because they didn't have Dumbo Circus. Yeah, that's right. She was upset too. If you remember Dumbo Circus, it was live action people who were dressing up as Dumbo and his circusy friends and having little adventures. Came on early in the morning. When you get that yeah, I know. When you get that 2 week. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna find her something to play with. Look, Mickey ears. Oh my goodness, the Mickey ears. Anyway, this is gonna be fun. But I know when you get that 2 week freebie, two free weeks of Disney Channel, if y'all remember that back in the day, you watch things like Dumbo Circus and Pooh Corner or whatever it is, Winnie the Pooh live action. People dressed up as Winnie the Pooh, and that was a lot of fun. I don't know how those would hold up now. Though I will say this on Disney Plus, Tailspin holds up. Holy cow. I think that's better than DuckTales now, in my opinion. Let's see. Josh Farr asked a couple of questions. First off, what's your favorite Terminator film, T1 or T2? That's a great question because T1 is phenomenal, but T2 is still the better one. I am not going to see the new Terminator film. I already knew that when they said, hey, this is just cancel out the last 3 movies. This is the new, because, Genesis was supposed to reboot the last 2 movies, Terminator 3 and Salvation. But it still, from what I understood, it still kept in continuity with everything. It just, said, okay, we're just redoing everything. And I hated Genesis. I said, never again. I don't care if James Cameron was in charge or doing it or whatever. I was not going to see it. And, oh, well, it sucks. But, I mean, to be honest, I like Salvation. 3 wasn't that bad. Terminator 3 was not that bad. And Salvation, I actually enjoyed. It's like, finally, no more time travel. Get to the war. I thought that was a great idea just to show the war for 3 movies. But obviously they didn't. I don't know. But I did enjoy Salvation. And I enjoyed the Terminator TV show. Thought it was really good. I'm going to get you something else because that's making a lot of noise there, baby. Anyway, my voice is still gone from the Iron Bowl. I screamed so hard that I lost my voice big time. This is my voice right now. It's finally coming back a little bit. But I was talking like this a little bit on Sunday. And Monday I didn't talk much, so I think that helped me. But I really ruined my voice because I was screaming loud. War Eagle. Let's see. You ask, your next question is, are there any Terminator books or comic books worth reading that you know about? I know that, is it Dark Horse that did some Terminator movies? No, Dark Horse that did some Terminator comic books back in the day. I remember reading them, but I don't remember them. So I can't say if they're good or not. I do remember there was a Terminator comic book, but I don't think it was that good. It's been a while. The only reason I say this is because I don't remember it. Do you remember it? You do? How good was it? Hold on, let's find you an Ewok or something to play with. Here, look. Oh, Ewok bobblehead. Ewok bobblehead. She throws this to the ground in 30 seconds. Watch. She's going to drop this like a rock, I bet. Oh, wait, she's got both. She's trying to get both hands on it. It may stay off the floor. Okay, I thought she'd drop that really quick. We like the Ewoks in our family then. That's good. All right. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. It's been 30 seconds, though, so I'm going to be wrong. Okay, Jonathan says there's a lot of Terminator comic books. Yeah. I remember reading some. These were way back. There it is. It fell. I remember this was way back in the day, and I thought that I can't remember anything about them, but I didn't like them. And if I can't remember anything about them, that should tell you something there. Who's the most overused Star Wars character in the expanded universe, and who's the most underused one? Oh, I know, baby. Who'd you say? She said Kyle Katarn as most underused. I would agree with that. Most overused, to me, there was no such thing. I don't think anyone was overused. You could argue Mara Jade, but everyone loves Mara Jade. So is she really overused? I don't think so. Is it just me, or is Sarah Connor kind of like Jaina Solo? They're both strong, tough, and very scary. Yeah, I can see that. Dang, she's like, Dad, who are you talking to? This is so weird. Anyway, hey. Since the YVH droids look like the Terminators, do you think the writers could do a story where someone takes control of a YVH droid and tries to destroy the Jedi and take over the galaxy or something like that? Don't touch the phone. Hold on, let me find this thing for you. Man, you threw everything down here. Here, play back to square one. There's the thermometer because I can't find the Ewok now. How do you drop something? I can't. It's not down here unless it's underneath my chair. No, I don't know where you dropped that, baby. She's gonna drop this too in a minute. She's holding it over the abyss right now. There it is. I think this is a great idea for storyline. A YVH droid. I like the idea of those things. Using Vong Hunter droids, if you don't know what that stands for, but switch them around, have them hunt Jedi. I think that'd be really cool. A droid like, or AI type enemy against the Jedi. I think that'd be really awesome. Because they can't be, a lot of the they can't be force push and everything, but you can't trick a droid. You can't do a Jedi mind trick on a droid. Oh, don't touch Daddy's Wi-Fi or we're all done. Okay, let me find her something. Michael has a lot of questions here. Are you going to talk about the new Star Wars: The Old Republic Onslaught expansion? No, I don't play the video games. Michael, I'm sorry. That's just my one weak point, I guess. Number 2, you said, tell us more about your favorite new release in the Star Wars Expanded Universe and comics in upcoming days. There's nothing coming out right now, so I don't have any thoughts on that. What is your favorite Marvel TV show series streaming on Netflix? I mean, it was kind of like The Punisher, but Daredevil, but only when the Kingpin was in it. Tell us something about the Mandalorian Bounty Hunters contract week on Star Wars: The Old Republic versus the Mandalorians TV show. I don't know either of those. I'm not watching Mandalorians either. I have a lot of people say they love it, though. Here you go. I have a lot of people saying they're loving the Mandalorians. Someone asked if it was Expanded Universe. Someone asked me that. I think it was last week. They said, it's Expanded Universe, right? I said, no. Why would you think it's Expanded Universe? He went, oh, because it's really good. And you said the Expanded Universe is really good. I've had actually 2 people say that now that I think about it. They thought it was Expanded Universe, but it's not. Number 5, will you want to create another Star Wars TV show of your choice from the Expanded Universe? That'd be cool, but if they just did the books, I'd be fine with that. Finally, his last question is a question I think I get from you every month. Favorite blue or silver bleach-haired Star Wars Expanded Universe character? That is B. Author from the holiday special. That's what I'm going with from now on. Every month you ask that. That's the answer I'm going to give. All right. She can put a thermometer in her mouth, right? Did you see that parent thing? Anyway, Natsu. What do you think about KK saying we have no 800-page novels or source materials. We actually, I wanted to, baby, seriously, I wanted to talk about that a little bit more in detail on Prince of the Universe. Bruce had no interest. We talk about it for like 2 minutes, maybe a minute and a half. And Bruce is bored. He wants to move on because he wants to talk about Disney Plus. That's all he wanted to talk about. So, yeah, I think she knows better than that, right? She knew that they did. So she's just lying. But this whole, it's really weird. The expanded universe never happened. Remember, we talked about this on a podcast one time. I'm going to have to find something for her to do. Yeah, baby. We talked about this on a podcast a long time ago, that when Chuck Wendig's book, I can't remember what the first one was called now, but Aftermath. It said, finally, a story that finally you get to hear the tale about what happened after Return of the Jedi. And everyone put in the comments on Star Wars Twitter page or whatever it was on, they said, you mean besides the Thrawn trilogy? What do you mean? But they were pretending like this was the new thing. Never before have we heard what happened after Jedi. Yeah, we have. And it was just really weird how they advertise that. But they keep doing that like, hey, seriously. But they keep doing that, acting like we don't know, that people don't remember the expanded universe. I don't know what they're trying to do there, but it's been consistent with them to blatantly ignore that the expanded universe even existed at times. And that's what she's doing here. So it's an odd practice because, I mean, you're right. There is so much. I mean, look at all this. There's tons of expanded universe material. Fans aren't stupid. Don't pretend that we're stupid. You're slobbering all over me. Okay. Yeah, don't be a slobbering stupid idiot. Don't think we're all, little slobberheads. We're not. Thank you for that analogy, Piper. I appreciate that. Tony, your comment did get on here. It says, if your belly button was an actual button when it pushed it and it did whatever you wanted it to do, what would your belly button do? It'd make me lose an extra pound. The holidays are killing me. Where's that Ewok? You lost an Ewok. You owe me one Ewok, baby. Hold on just a moment. I'll take these off. That's bothering me. Where did the Ewok go? It's not here. It is gone. There's not even a shelf it could have gone under, rolled under even. I'm not even going to wear these now. You've been looking at them because you want to pull them off, don't you? Anyway, all right. So they don't do me any good here either. I don't even know why I'm wearing them. Ryan Kendall says gun show. That's right. Now I have a sleeveless tee. I made this option actually for him. All right. 8080Q says, is there an easy way to find and your question got answered actually by Chris. So really happy for that. Oh, look, Matt Wilkins has a live Q&A going on right now. All right. So let's get to some of your questions here. Let's see. I was reading a little bit and trying to keep up with it, but all right. Yes, Matt is busting out the guns. It's my expanded universe shirt. I was going to show it to everyone, but she's in my lap now, so I can't. Yeah, I've got the Ryan Kendall get up going. You know what? Ryan has a robe now. It's majestic, but he won't bring it out because, I don't know. I guess he doesn't like the person who sent it to him. That's just what I heard. That's what I heard. Anyway, let's see. Lots of good ones there.
Give me her.
Oh, okay, bub. She's having fun. Look. Okay. Oh, I lost my co-host. So there goes my co-host. I'm gonna find that stupid Ewok. Oh, here it is. Hot diggity. Fell behind one of the wheels there. All right, so there's lots of Terminator comic books, but are they good? That's what I want to know. RK, Ryan Kendall, who's my favorite panelist on The Civilized Age? Well, Ryan, you and everyone agreed with me on this one. The last one we recorded, you stole the show. Your answers were the hit of the entire show, but it's obviously me. Oh, thank you. And Nexus Prime was the guy who designed the shirt. Let me show you Nexus Prime shirt. Get out of here. Look how cool this is. Now, I gave him an idea, a blueprint, and I didn't even, but he made all this up. If you can't tell, these are all expanded universe books here, and then there's expanded universe ships, which I didn't even think of. And there's EUD2. I'm looking at this backwards. There's EUD2. There's the Janice Sola figure. There's me reading the comic book, I'm assuming. There's Yub Nub. I mean, this is just, it's really cool. I really do love this. I really do love the shirt. So thank you again, Nexus Prime. It was really awesome. I hope it was fun for you to do, because it was fun for me to see. Because if you look on the bookshelf on some of these, there's the Bacta War, Iron Fist, Outbound Flight, iJedi, Maul, Lockdown, Darksaber, Revan, Jedi Search, just randomly, and they're not all inscribed on there, just some of them are. Some of the books are Mercy Kill, Star by Star, one of my favorite books. Just fantastic stuff. So I really do appreciate that. I think it's great. Oh, Jonathan's talking about the Terminator comic book now. I think you are. B. Arthur from the Golden Girls. Yes, she was actually in the holiday special. Ask Brian. He's seen the holiday special recently, and secretly I heard he loved it. That's allegedly. Hello, Michael. I'm doing well. Getting my voice back. Oh, yeah. Ginkgo, when I meet Kevin Janderson, I ask him about the Jabba's Palace pop-up book and the secret panel. Yeah, I think that's so fascinating, too. I really... And that's now the only thing from Kevin J. Anderson I don't have autographed, because I gave Kevin J. Anderson all his books and had him autograph everything I owned from him. And so I felt bad when I get in line. I didn't have anything for him to sign. I just wanted to talk to him again. Well, now I have something for him to sign again. So I'm super excited over that. But yeah, that was a great find. For 2019 was a good year for EU, for me, for finding, previously uncollected expanded universe stories I'd never seen before, never knew about. And then, of course, the new comic book coming out. It was a great year. Best year we've had in a long time. Long live Calvin and Hobbes. That's right. Love Calvin and Hobbes. That's kind of what this is supposed to be. Calvin and Hobbes, if you can't tell. That's what I asked for, actually. Calvin and Hobbes. He did a great job. Do I like Dark Nest trilogy? Sure, it's good. That's good stuff. Dark Nest is good. Yeah, I like Dark Nest. There's very few books I didn't like from the expanded universe. Let's just put it that way. Oh, I didn't see the Black Widow trailer. I know everyone's doing reactions to it. I didn't see it. Just the Marvel movies, man, they aren't pulling me in now. After we sat down and watched Avengers over 3 nights because the stupid thing was so long. The second one, my wife's like, yeah, I think I'm done. I said, yeah, me too. And it's not like we won't watch another one. We'll watch them, but we may not go to the theaters anymore to watch a Marvel movie, just because it's like, what can they do after this? And Black Widow, okay, but we're not going to go to see Black Widow in theaters. I don't think we are. Will we watch it when it comes on DVD or something? Yeah, definitely. We'll check it out then. But even then, we've kind of been slowing down on the Marvel movies. The Marvel train, in my opinion, is coming to a dead stop now. Not a dead stop, but it's slowing down a lot. I wasn't. Let me see. The Moon Knight TV show was the only thing that got me excited, I think. Let me make sure about that. But I think that was the only thing. We talked about this in one of our Prince of the Universe podcasts last month, I think. No, it was too much. Whenever the announcements were, and we said, well, there's nothing really to talk about because nothing's really that exciting to us. David says, do I enjoy vintage board games or then newer games? I'm 50-50. I like the new games. I love vintage games. I only get to play vintage games with my nephews who are getting older. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to play. And in fact, I'm kind of worried this year they won't want to play vintage games because we've been playing a lot of adult games with them. And they kind of, look a little snobby at the vintage games. They'll still play them, I think. But I'm wondering if this is the year they're going, can we stop playing these children's games? Which I hope that doesn't happen because I love vintage games. By the way, Norm from the Board Game Museum, I just talked to him right before this Q&A. He is opening up a side channel right now, but YouTube should have his stuff cleared. He was hoping this week, but now he's thinking it maybe next week. But he's hoping to get back up and running. The Board Game Museum will be back up and running again. If I know a lot of people from his channel are watching mine right now for updates. And I guess I should have Norm on for another update. We may do that. Because I love Norm. Norm wears sleeveless tees too. Not as good as this one. This is really low cut, isn't it? Woo. Who's that wrestler that had the low cut? That's what it looked like right now. Dang, that thing is low. Look out. Getting away too much. Look at that. I don't even shave. It's just all natural skin. Let's see. RK Outpost, I have to keep the robe special, whatever. Hey, Benzo, how's it going? Eric Schroeder, great question. Will I be reviewing Cult Encounters and Supernatural Encounters? Is that the name of it? I thought it was called something different. But yes, probably when he brings it out. He's supposed to bring it out in book form for those who funded it, right? So I'm really looking forward to that. I will read. I've already read it before, and so I could do a review on it. But Joe, because I asked Joe when's it fit in the timeline, when can I make a review, and he said that he's actually added a ton more, like hundreds of more pages than what I read the last time. So it's going to be almost like a new book for me. And I think I said this on a podcast a long time ago when I read it. I talked about it a little bit. It's like the Silmarillion in a way, like a history of all the odd and unknown that happens inside the expanded universe. It's really fascinating, but it's a mind bender. You're going to be on Wikipedia a lot going, what is he talking about? Okay, because Joe knows everything. The man is really that smart, and he's really knows a lot of the lore and the expanded universe, a whole lot, way more than me. He can recall things from, that was his job, right, for StarWarsTimeline.net. So, but he can still recall this stuff. I'm like, dang, I have trouble remembering certain things that happen in certain books. I'm like, what book did this happen in? I remember it happening. Which book was it? How could you forget which book? It just happens over time if you don't read them all the time. Yeah, Brian. Ryan's answers on the last one was really good. He said, I subverted my expectations with the answer. You subverted our expectations with those answers, Ryan. If you didn't see the last More Civilized Age, you need to go see it. And Ryan gave me all of his answers, and I had to read them off, and pretty incredible stuff. Max, great question. RoboCop versus Terminator. Terminator. But you know what? To see that movie, I'd buy that for $1. Oh, scrolled all the way down. Dadgummit. Hold on, let me go back up. Oh no. I missed a lot. Okay. Every time I think I'm caught up, I'm not. Terminator versus Predator by Dark Horse. Dang. I know Bruce has those. I don't know if I read those. I can't remember. Bruce from Princeton Universe had me read a ton of Terminator comic books. I can't remember which ones they were. But I remember obviously I did. I don't know if I liked them or not. I just don't remember them, which means they weren't that memorable, right? Predator vs. Batman was awesome. I love that. My wife gave me those for Christmas last year. Where would you go to get books signed by Star Wars authors? A lot of Comic Cons these days do have Star Wars authors signing books. You just got to look up at one near you and look at authors. Sometimes you may find one. I drove all the way to Pensacola just to talk to Troy Denning. Fantastic. And Dave Dorman. Fantastic people. Dark Phoenix Gaming says, were there any storylines you didn't particularly enjoy or just thought could have been done a lot better? Besides the ones I've already said, Dawn of the Jedi, Red Harvest, I thought could have been done better. I thought Shatterpoint could have been done a lot better. In my opinion, they wasted a good opportunity to tell a Mace Windu story. Clone Wars Gambit and Stealth was just a waste of time. Definitely they could have done better there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, those are the biggest. I think Jude Watson's Jedi Quest series could have been a lot better. I felt it was a huge step down. Not Jedi Quest, Last Jedi series. Excuse me, the Last Jedi series. I thought Jedi Apprentice is boom right there. Jedi Quest is the second one, which is good. Not as good as Apprentice, but still good. And when Last Jedi came out, I was like, oh man, I'm so excited. And it underwhelmed me. Ryan says Matt hates Black Fleet Crisis. I love Black Fleet Crisis. Whatever. I love it. Actually, that author was the first author I ever spoke to and got an autograph from. Actually, he sent me a copy of his hardback omnibus because he has a son named Matthew. And he had 2 copies. And I was trying to find a copy, and I emailed him about the copy. And he said, well, I have an extra one. And he said, my son's name is Matt. He said, I'll send it to you. I was like, that's really, and so he just sent it to me. It was really nice. So I always loved the book before that, but I really like it because the author was so nice to me. I was still in college, I think, back then. Thank you, Josie. This is the low cut tank top. I got the extra large because a large with sleeves is very tight on me. And I thought the same would be said with this, but I probably should have gone with the large. Probably shouldn't have gone with the X large. But I'm going to fill it out like, Ryan Kennel. I'm going to get muscles and everything. I hear he practices shirtless for his videos. That's just what I've heard, allegedly. The Corellia trilogy drags on too much. In what parts? I mean, it's been a while. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just because I remember it, but I don't remember it dragging. But if there is some stuff that you think dragged, let me know. Let me know. I'm interested. Maybe it'll spar my memory. Hans, you got a great point there, brother. You don't have high hopes for Moon Knight. I'm hoping, but we've just never seen Moon Knight. Moon Knight's an interesting character. And I mean, there's a lot of things. There was a lot of things. The Punisher was good in parts, but it drug on. It could have been half the episodes and still had boring moments in it. And Defenders was awful. It was so bad. Well, they only went 8 episodes, and it still felt like it should have gone only 2. To be honest, because it just drug so much. You mean the wrestler with the low cut? Oh, you mean all of them? That's true. Yes, I don't know. To be fair, Ryan and Black Fleet Crisis is one of my favorite EU trilogies. I own them and I only read them 3 times. Oh, good, Josie. That's awesome. Josie's been a friend of mine for years, many, many years. Fellow Mississippian. It's one of the reasons why she's so awesome. Oh my goodness. Every time okay, there it is. You love the Terminator franchise, Jonathan. Did you like the new film? I hated Genesis, by the way, Jonathan. I could not stand it. Salvation was good. I enjoyed that one a lot. I was happy. Terminator 3 was. I was like, I mean, it was okay. I was like, they had to do a 3. And 2 and 1 are awesome. And I love that. You know what? The TV series was. It was slow in the first season. I'll give you that. But the second season, it really picked up, and I was really excited about it. And when Salvation was coming out the next summer, they still canceled the series. I was like, what? You have a movie coming out. But I guess they didn't want the movie and the TV show going on at the same time. RJ asked, Matt, what's your favorite Star Wars Expanded Universe book overall? And what's your favorite Star Wars EU book in each era of the timeline? I think I'm going to do videos about that once I'm done with everything. Once I'm done. When I do review my favorite book, we haven't done it yet, but when I do, I'll tell you. I'm way behind in the comments. Cyborg versus Terminator. Oh, Terminator. Cyborg. Jedi Apprentice or Kevin J. Anderson Young Jedi Knights? Well, Aaron, what do I prefer? Jedi Apprentice or Kevin J. Anderson Young Jedi Knights? Jedi Apprentice is a children's book. Young Jedi Knights is for young adults. I think it's kind of unfair to compare those two, but if you push me to the wall, I'm going to say Young Jedi Knights. I love Kevin J. Anderson. So Young Jedi Knights would beat out Jedi Apprentice. But Jedi Apprentice is fantastic, though. If anyone wants to say that, well, man, I think Jedi Apprentice is better, great. You have a great argument to stand on. A great argument to stand on because those are great books. But between those two, Young Jedi Knights. You like Superman versus Predator, Jonathan? I hated Superman versus Predator. To be honest, Jonathan, though, I hate Superman. I never think they can do a good Superman crossover. Meaning Superman Aliens. Well, actually, that was kind of funny because didn't he gets impregnated with an alien and he spits him out into the sun, I think. Isn't that how he got rid of him? But the Batman Aliens was so much better. It's like Batman said, okay, we're going to do Aliens crossover. We're going to do it the right way, unlike Superman. I don't know. That's just me. I do not like Superman, though. Do you know of any Star Wars Easter eggs? Do you have a favorite? The ETs in episode 1. That was really cool, Rob. Easter eggs. No, the ones that surprised me because I went so long without realizing they were there. I mean, many, many years. In fact, probably just 10 years ago, I found out about them. 10 or 11 years was the Indiana Jones Star Wars references. I never saw those or knew about those until way later. And I thought that was really cool that I'd seen those movies a million times and never noticed them. Never noticed the Star Wars stuff. Easter egg in there. So everyone's giving suggestions for Terminator comic books. That's nice. Magnum PI versus Terminator. Well, Magnum PI actually wins. He's going to ask the Terminator, did you see the sunrise today? Magnum fans know what I'm talking about. Aaron, do you ever plan on watching new Star Wars movies? No, I got other things to do. I'm fine with other people watching them. I'm totally fine with that. They're just not for me. It's not for me. I've got my time's important. I got other things to do with my time. Plus, I don't have any information. Bruce is yawning because, he's probably looking at himself thinking he's so bored. He's so boring. Ryan said the shirtless videos are Patreon exclusive. Figures. Do I read the current Stargate comics? I didn't know there were current Stargate comics, Jonathan. I'll have to check that out. That's interesting to me. Do they fit in continuity? Because I heard the books don't. I read reviews where the books don't. What is this madness? Says Mary, are you feeling better? I hope you're feeling better. Hello, Mary. I spoke to Colin this morning, asked for a calendar, and asked if he should do a special private video to send to you, a get well video where he sings and dances. He just laughed at me like I was kidding or something. Demas says, you love the Narnia books. You should try the Dark Materials books. Possibly so. Mr. Belvedere versus the Terminator. Now you guys are getting ridiculous. It's funny. Agent Grady, have I ever watched Fist of the North Star or Inuyasha? Fist of the North Star is one of the few anime movies I've seen. I've seen Akira, Fist of the North Star, and Vampire Hunter D. I've only seen, before anime got cool, I was watching anime, and when it blew up, we just stopped. For some reason, we just stopped. But Bruce would know what other ones we've seen. Bruce still watches anime, but I think Bruce had Fist of the North Star, Vampire Hunter D, and Akira. I think those are the three I've only seen, unless Bruce remembers something else we've watched. I thought they were fine. Sony says, I should probably look up the review video, but what's your opinion on Shadows of the Empire? Yeah, you're too lazy to do it, aren't you? I'm kidding. Shadows is fine. I liked how they rolled it out, how it was such a big event, with the soundtrack, with merchandise, with toys, with, all this stuff. I really like that because it really put the expanded universe in a big spotlight. I like that more than the story itself. The story itself I thought was okay, but I was like, maybe it's big enough, and it was big. It had video games and everything to get people involved, and it did bring a lot of people into the expanded universe. A lot of people, older people will tell you that Shadows of the Empire was the comic book or video game or whatever, the story that got them into the expanded universe, because it kind of put put us on a pedestal there for a little while, which was really nice. But the story was okay. Oh, Jonathan liked Dark Fate. Okay. I mean, I may watch it. No, I won't. I'm lying to you, dude. Just because I said, okay, just ignore the other three films. This is like a, whatever it's called, 1, 2, and this one. Those are the only three that really existed. I'm like, what was the point of watching the other ones? I don't know. Genesis really put a bad taste in my mouth. I'm sorry. I hate Superman. That's right. Batman versus Superman. Batman all the way. Sarah Connor Chronicles was good. Damas, why was Kevin J. Anderson controversial in the EU community? Honest opinion, Zahn bad-mouthed him back in the day. And everyone who followed Zahn was like, oh yeah, Kevin J. Anderson is bad. And I think that's how it started, in my opinion. That's how it started. But people didn't like how he always went with super weapons. But the movies had the Death Star in it twice. So I didn't mind super weapons. And they thought things were just too grandiose. He was grandstanding his characters a lot. And I just didn't feel that way. But a lot of people did. I mean, I literally in the chat rooms on the old StarWars.com, I was in the minority. By far, I was in the minority. But anyway. Yeah, if I remember Superman, Jonathan, he got impregnated with an alien, and then I remember he rolled out into space and spit it out into the sun, like the baby alien, because that was the last one that was left. I remember that in the comic book. I don't remember much of that comic book, but I remember that. Dadgummit, every time I scroll to the bottom, it happens again. All right, hold on. Wolfgang, where can we get the shirt? Well, you had to fund the billboard. I'm not much for... Let me showcase his shirt again. I'm not much for merchandising my channel. I'm sorry, I just not me. I made this shirt because I didn't even know we could fund in 1 month. 2 billboards in 1 month. I didn't know that was going to happen. I remember talking to Brian saying, I'm just going to go throw it out there because I'm not going to do a shirt. I was determined not to do a shirt. In fact, for a while I thought, well, no one's asking for it. So maybe they forgot that one live stream where I said that. And if anyone calls me out on it, then I'll make it. I was like, no, that's being dishonest. So I went ahead and did it, but it's being sold at cost. So, and you can tell that when it's like, hold on, let me get the quotes again. Yeah. So, well, I don't know if I should say it, but yeah, they're roughly $13. They're $13. The B I pay for shipping though. But I just wanted to tell them at cost. I didn't want to make any money. I'm making 0.000 across the board. I had to do it for overseas too because I had to convert to pound and stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, that was a little trickier to do. But I wanted to make sure my profit margin was 0 because I'm just not about marketing. It's just weird to me. It's just not me. But I do love the shirt. I think it's awesome. Will we make it available to everyone? I don't know. Maybe do a different one. Maybe keep this one special. But I do love this one. I'll be honest. I do love this one. Genesis was awful. Oh, Mary's feeling better. Well, that makes me feel better that Mary's feeling better. Mary, you know what would make you feel awesome? Ryan wearing a robe. Wouldn't that make you feel awesome? It makes me feel better. Just thinking about it. I like the first 10 minutes of Genesis. Yeah, I did too. And then everything else was down here. You know, I won a free ticket to that. I remember I won a free ticket to that movie. And I was like, oh, okay. And no one wanted to go with me. I was like, well, I was in Columbus, Ohio, traveling with my company at the time. And so I went and saw it at this theater. And I was like, okay, well, I was excited, you know, because I love salvation. I was like, okay, let's look at Genesis. And I was like, it was awful, awful, awful. No, Callum doesn't love you, Mary. All the love is here. Callum's a faker. He's a faker. Yeah, I don't think the Stargate comic books fit in the continuity. If so, I'd be interested in reading them. But I remember I checked it out. Well, not the comic books. But I checked out the old books to see, and they do not fit in the continuity, which is sad. But to be honest, a lot of sci-fi franchises don't have what Star Wars had. That's why the expanded universe was so... I'm starting to lose my voice again. That's why the expanded universe was so unique, right? Because it was all in continuity, which we had not seen before of any other franchise. Any other franchise. You know, franchises are like what-if storylines compared to the expanded universe. That's why I'm a big fan of the expanded universe. Dadgummit. All right. Ian says, how's it going, Matt? Going pretty good, man. Going awesome, in fact. Oh, Demas, tell us about your friend who knew Natalie Portman. Okay, that's funny. When did I talk about this? All right, so back when Natalie Portman was doing the prequels, if you know that she went to Harvard, okay? My buddy went to Harvard, okay? And I have a few friends who went to Harvard. And he went to go be a brain surgeon, and I'll give you his first name. His name was Archer. And I was talking to him, and I was like, well, Archer, when are you coming back down? Because he'd come by and see me every once in a while when he was out of school in the summer on you know, breaks or whatever. And a friend of mine he had a crush on. He was trying to say, hey, man, talk me up to her and stuff, you know, because I'm coming down. I want to get to know her better. I was like, yeah, dude. And so I remember he'd tell me Archer he's a really great guy, but he was super smart. But he would act like I was super smart too. He went, well, Matt, you know, brain surgery, it really isn't that hard. And I was like, Archer, yes, it is. That's why it's brain surgery. That's why they say, you know, it doesn't take a brain surgeon, because brain surgeons is really, you know, that's very important. You got to be really smart. He's like, nah, trust me, Matt, you could do this. Do you want me to talk to the dean? I can probably get you into Harvard. I was like, no, for brain surgery? What? Do you know me? No. They kicked me out of Harvard. I mean, Elle Woods could make it through Harvard, but this guy couldn't. Hold on, another sip here. Hot tea getting cold. All right. Anyway, so I told him at the time I had a big crush on Natalie Portman. I was like, man, she's so fine. Oh, yeah. And he's calling her Natalie, whatever her last name really is. Portman's her stage name. And I was like, why do you keep calling her that? He went, well, because that's the name she goes by with, you know, what he said, that's the name, you know, she goes by with us. I'm like, what do you mean us? He went, well, no, he was telling me, well, Matt, because I was talking about Natalie, he's like, well, Matt, he's like, to be honest, she's not your type. She's really mean to fans. And, you know, she's just not, I mean, I like her. Natalie has some good things about her. I was like, you keep talking about her like you know her, dude. And he goes, well, yeah, I know her. And I went, wait, you know Natalie Portman? He went, yeah. And he went, he said, do you remember, I came over to his house once, and he said, you remember that birthday card I got from Natalie? I went, yeah. That was Natalie Portman? He went, yeah. I said, that wasn't the name on these. No, it's her real name that she goes by. I said, wait, do you hang out with Natalie Portman? He's like, yeah. Yeah, we go. We still do stuff. She still calls. We still do stuff every once. I say, Archer, for the past 2-3 years, I've been talking to you how much I have a big crush on Natalie Portman. And you're just now thinking to tell me that you know her? He went, dude, I thought you knew that because she goes to Harvard too. I said, dude, like I'm going to know that. It was just really funny. And I was like, And I was like, and then he goes, well, my sister's friends with so and so. I was like, well, how does she know so and so? Because it was a model. And he's like, well, because my sister's a model. I went, your sister's a model? What's up with your sister? I was like, dude, how do you not tell me all this? It was funny. It was funny. But I was like, yeah, and I was like, and that was funny. Demas, where did I tell that story before? I didn't know I told that story before. That was a funny story though. But he knew Natalie Portman. I don't know if he still keeps in touch with her though. To be honest, I lost track of Archer shortly after he got married. He did not marry that girl. Sadly, it didn't work out. One of my friends did marry that girl, though. I think he is a doctor. Weird. She attracted doctors. Zahn at first had this high. He had a chip on his shoulder because he wrote the Heir to the Empire trilogy book, and he thought everything else was substandard, and he taught like that for the longest, and then eventually thought, oh, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't badmouth other authors, and he plays nice with all of them. In fact, I've seen Zahn and Anderson on the same panel. They still go, then they go out to eat too afterwards. So I think whatever rift was with them is gone now. Man, even though another author told me, he's the one that told me about Zahn and everything. I'm not going to give his name now. I think I don't know if he wanted me to reveal that, but I talked to another author. he said why he thinks that people hate Kevin G. Anderson. He loves him. He said Kevin's a good guy. He's a smart guy. He said, but Kevin really knows how to market himself. He knows he's established himself as an author. He's got a huge fan base. And he said he thinks a lot of it is based off jealousy. Because, if you're a Kevin G. Anderson fan, you're probably going to buy his other non-Star Wars books, which, you're not going to do if you're a Timothy Zahn fan. You'll just love his Star Wars books and not read his other books. Now, I'm not saying all Zahn's fans are like that. I'm sure Zahn fans do buy his other books too, but it's hard to get those fans to buy your other books. But for Kevin G. Anderson, it's a little bit easier because he just makes it, he just communicates with people. We still get a newsletter from Kevin G. Anderson. If you're a part of the club, you get one too. And he's very personable and he's fun to talk to. And, everything that this other author said made sense. But, yeah. Did you ever watch Into the Spider-Verse and Endgame? I did, Quantum. I did reviews on those on Prince of the Universe. This is why I'm so happy that Prince of the Universe is coming on to back to YouTube, because you'll get to hear my thoughts on all this, because that's what I save it for, the nerd news stuff. Into the Spider-Universe, yes, correct. It was great. It was great. Loved it. Endgame, I already said this. It was a little long in the tooth for me. It was fine. The part one was good, and the end sucked because you're like, those people aren't dead. We know they're not dead. And the second one, it was a lot of nothing. It was a lot of funny skits and fun scenes. And then finally they said, hey, we're getting close to the 2-hour mark. Do y'all want to start with the movie now? Should we start with the storyline? Okay, let's do it. It's almost like that's what it felt like. I was like, it was all right. Twin Sons Foundation does the impossible. Suck it, haters. I know, man, there's some people who are bitter over that, aren't they? Woo! Bitter the Billboard funded. I don't know why. I thought they were for the expanded universe. But man, yeah. But to be honest, I was just blown away that, especially that night, and we have it all on record now, that one night we did that one live stream on October 30th where we raised $2,200, $2,300. It was awesome. And to be honest, the fans are awesome. And then that's something I do love about the expanded universe fans, because they are serious. They're serious about getting the expanded universe continued. And someone said, well, a billboard. Yeah. It's a message that Lucasfilm cannot ignore. They're going to read it. They're going to see it every day when they go to work and when they go back, because we have two billboards, one on the way up and one on the way back. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I love it. Love the idea, especially now that they're done with movies. We have an even better shot, I think. I mean, the moons could not. I was talking to Brian about this about a few weeks ago. I said the moons couldn't have aligned better for us. Have I started to watch Rick and Morty? No, I haven't, but my brother is begging me to. He loves Rick and Morty now. Vincent, did I ever play Arkham City Escape board game? I like the video games. I looked at the board game, but the board game looks like trash, so I didn't get it. Whoa. Where is it? Okay, there it is. Yeah, I want to see Ryan in a robe too. For some reason, like I said, he just doesn't like the person who sent in the robe. That's the only reason I can think of. I'll be honest. If I had a nice robe like Ryan, I'd probably wear it. But I'm not stuck up like him. RK stands for Robe King. That is exactly right. Rob D, do I think the Octopara droids were inspired by the War of the World tripods? No idea. To be honest, Jonathan, as it goes with the Terminator movie, it's dead. Just stop. Have us enjoy what we have. I thought Salvation was the proper path to go. I was tired of time travel at this point. Let's not do any more time travel. Let's talk about the future war. Let's show the futuristic war. And they couldn't even do that unless they want to say Genesis and Dark Fate didn't happen and this takes place after Salvation. I might jump back in at that point. That's about it, though, now for me. Will would attract a doctor if he could. Doctors make good money. That's right, doctors. Oh, Ian says, to be fair, it's all downhill after the Thrawn trilogy. That's fine. And a lot of people I love Timothy Zahn's Heir to the Empire trilogy. It's great. There's no question about that. I do think there are a lot of other good EU stories too, like really excellent ones too. But yeah, Heir of the Empire was great. Oh, TZ Gardner found me by watching my pandemic reviews. Awesome. Are you watching my top 100 right now? Because the next one comes out tomorrow. I can't wait. And since then, I did get that huge. It came in 2 boxes, that board game order. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to review those expansions. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I will review that one though. 10. Yeah, a few expansions. 11. I'm gonna review that expansion. One expansion I decided I'm not going to review. I just got it in the other day, and you would know what it is if you are big into board games. But it's the Wingspan European Edition. Basically, this is just more birds, right? More of the same, which is fine. I have nothing against this, but is it worth reviewing? Probably not. Right now I'm not thinking, but I do want to bring Wingspan back out. Sad thing is you can't include this in the big box. The big box itself is kind of big, so this taking up more room on my shelf, but that's all right. Wingspan is coming along. I'll be honest. In 2020, what was Wingspan? Like number 125 on my list this year? Wingspan has a good chance of getting the top 100 this year. If it gets played a lot, which I think it's going to. The missus is very interested in it, which is, if she plays it, it's in my top 100 guaranteed. But it is a fun game. But thanks, man. I appreciate that. I get a lot of Star Wars questions here because I also do Star Wars Expanded Universe questions, but I'm more than happy to answer board game questions as well. Oh, and Mary welcomed you too. Mary's putting the digital lei around you, the flower wreath that you get usually when you go to flower necklace you get usually when you go to Hawaii. I got some here. Oh, I got some. You know what? Let me show you this. Let me try to catch up here a little bit. Wow, you read 450 pages of Timothy Zahn in 3 days. That's awesome. That's awesome, Will. Mic drop. All right, hold on. Almost caught up here, and I've got 5 minutes left. Wow, Ryan throwing shade. I think you're okay, Mary. Man. I think he treats all his Patreons that way. What do you think, Mary? Yeah, Salvation was supposed to be a trilogy, but it never got made, sadly. Oh, no. Mary, you're cracking me up. You're cracking me up. And Jonathan is right. I have Ewoks. Win-win. What do you think Boot Camp for Clone Troopers was like? They did a few things on that with the Clone Wars, right? Dave Filoni's episodes, which I'll be honest, those were good. Anything that involved just the clones was really good. Really good. He should have just kept with that. What's my number one recommendation for EU books? I mean, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, where would I say people should start? People can start almost anywhere they want to, but usually I say the Thrawn books, the Heir to the Empire trilogy, is a good place to start, I think. But it depends on what they're interested in, because if they like the Old Republic, then I'm going to say the Darth Bane trilogy. Truce of Bakura, I've even said before, because they said they want to know what happens right after Jedi. I was like, okay, we'll go with that. I don't think that's bad, a bad book to start off on. Probably not the best one, but not a bad book. I liked Truce of Bakura. I do my job all the time between watching Matt's show. Hey, right on. You live my 100 board games there, Vince, or you love them? Kidding. Whoa, there's a lot of things. Oh, he says love your show. Sorry. Matt, what's your favorite fast food restaurant? Excellent question, Mary. Since I care more about Mary than Ryan, let me answer that. Ryan says Chick-fil-A, but nobody asked him. Interesting. He's trying to take over my Q&A now. And what do I order from there? Favorite fast food restaurant? Fast food, I am assuming has to have a drive-through. Okay, I love Five Guys, but there's no drive-through there. And it's cheeseburger all the way, man. Double the big one. Favorite fast food. I love me some Arby's. Arby's roast beef, beef and cheddar. Or no, the Big Montana. Or the big meat, the big stack of meat thing. That was really good. I like Arby's a lot. Maybe that's it. Taco Bell. I always get the $5 box at Taco Bell whenever I go to Taco Bell, but if I had between the two, probably Arby's, because Arby's sauce is really good. And I sang a song about Arby's. I can't do it now. I can't do it now. Oh, you're answering for my wife. The missus likes Chick-fil-A, though. Here we go. I want me some Arby's sauce. I don't care how much it costs, 'cause roast beef and cheddar taste good together. I want me some Arby's sauce. Verse 2. I want me some Arby's sauce. I don't care how much it costs. Just me and you, my curly Q. I want me some Arby's sauce. I'm losing my voice. So that was the best I could do there. We sang a song. We sing that when we're in the drive-thru at Arby's. So I'm going to say Arby's, I guess. Yeah. Unless something else comes up that I like. I heard a cat from Chinese food. Actually, there's this Oriental guy. We used to go out to this Chinese food restaurant, and they had that little chicken on a stick. He called it monkey on a stick. He go, monkey on a stick, monkey on a stick, monkey on a stick, monkey on a stick. And whenever I pick up the chicken on a stick, I think about him. He passed away a few years ago, but I always think about him. And I don't know why he go, monkey on a stick, monkey on a stick, monkey on a stick, monkey on a stick. So what's been going on, man? I mean, just like, it was the weirdest thing. That's just the way he wanted. He wanted to do that little song and dance, and then he'd be normal for the rest of the talk. It was just wild. It was wild. Josie likes you know what? I had Domino's just recently for the first time in a long time, and it was really good. Oh man, I thought I was caught up, and I'm not. What other space operas do you like? Are you watching Well, I've been watching the new Dune movie in 2020. Probably. I do enjoy Dune. I want to see Dune done well. So probably. I do love some Arby's sauce. The Meat Mountain. That's what it is, Bruce. The Meat Mountain. I love that sandwich. With a big $10 sandwich with all the meat on it. I do this. It's probably about this big. I order that. I've ordered that the last 2 times. I haven't been to Arby's in a while. We need to go to Arby's. My wife doesn't. I think she's okay with Arby's, but that's not one of her first picks. I usually let her pick. But I'm doing Arby's next time. That's what's going on. Ooh, Mumbat was the bounty hunter from Bounty Hunter Wars. Kubar. Wow. You're saying he was the most underutilized character in the EU. That's amazing. As you like board games, have you ever played Shanghai, Japanese chess? No, I haven't played Chinese, Japanese, or Korean chess. I have not, Agent Grady. Mary says, Matt, you're amazing. Well, if I'm amazing, you're spectacular. Oh, probably because I was singing this Arby song with my voice all hoarse. Sing along with Matt. Mary's going to come sing with me, Mary, when I get my voice back. Definitely. We even had a Burger King song for Whopper. Max had the proper response to my music. We had a Burger King song for Whopper. We had a rap for Sonic. It was back when they had the sour drinks. You put the S in the sour when you Sonic it up. You put the O in the no when you're ready to go. You put the N in the sin when I'm wearing that grin. You put the I in the sky with your cream shake pie. You put the, hold on, Sonic. C down in me when you make me go, wee. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember. My brother would probably remember it a little bit better than me. And what Whopper was, come to, oh, wait, was it Wendy's? It was Wendy's. Never mind. Come to Wendy's. Get a Frosty. And a drink or what? I can't remember what it was. My brother would remember this one. But Wendy's was a hardcore song. We'd rock out to Wendy's. Wendy's is not bad. Wendy's, Sonic was a rap. Arby's was country. Arby's was our favorite song to sing, though. Oh, McDonald's was just singing McDonald's. And McDonald's. And we keep going on. I can't. My voice is giving out here. The Meat Mountain is a hard attack waiting to happen. Oh, Hardee's. Never mind. I don't have a Hardee's here, but yes, I would change it to Hardee's. Okay, real quick. Let me show you something. I was at Michael Stackpole's and Kevin Janderson's and Timmy Giselle. It was a memorial for Aaron Alston when he passed away. Aaron Alston wore Hawaiian T-shirts. And so for it, they gave everyone leis. And so these are the leis from Aaron Alston's memorial service. He wasn't there. It wasn't a funeral. It was a memorial service for him where all the authors got on a board. I can't remember. I want to say it was Dragon Con where they did this, but I could be wrong. I think it was Dragon Con, though, because there's a bunch of authors there. And Kevin J. Anderson was there. I almost look like Ric Flair now. Woo! Anyway, but Kevin J. Anderson was there because he was there because A.C. Crispin also died. But a lot of fans didn't notice that. Her death got overshadowed by Aaron Alston's death. And so Kevin J. Anderson was there to also talk about A.C. Crispin, who had just recently passed away that year as well. So it was a memorial for both of them, but mainly Alston. They passed out these leis, and I was super happy to get some of these. But anyway, all right, I've gone over a little bit here. All right, I got to regain my voice, get powered up. Hey, guys, thanks a lot for joining me on the Q&A. This was a lot of fun. Again, my favorite time of the month. I've been wanting to do this for, for the past couple of weeks. I've been going, oh, can we do it? Come on. And we'll have to, now that Mary's doing better, we'll have to do a nightcap. get Mary on there. And Mary, I used to have a guitar I used to play. I don't know what happened to it because when I moved here, the guitar disappeared. I don't know where it is. And but I used to play, and I'd play the Arby song, but I don't even know how to. If you haven't played a guitar in over 10 years now, it's been 11 years. Do you forget? I mean, I know G, D, C. I don't know. I don't know if I could play anymore, but yeah, used to be fun. Anyway, folks, hey, a lot of fun we had here. A lot of fun. So we'll talk to you later on. Tomorrow is a top 100. Thursday is a more civilized age, and then Friday is another Matt's Expanded Universe. So and then Saturday morning Santa Flange with Luke from Down from the Attic. It is a fantastic episode. You do not want to miss it.